The title, ABERETWM, appears over the base of the Angel War Memorial in Aberystwyth. There's a rapid sequence showing a tent, the sea, and a white flag. ABERETWM is a series of events, and the title of this evening's event is Y Ddifod, y Daith, a'r Datganiad, the ritual, the journey, and the declaration. There's a black framed structure on the castle grounds. It's like a greenhouse. No glass, just empty frames with strips of light on the inside. We see a woman wearing a lilac-coloured jumpsuit under a dark grey jacket. That is me. I have a mustard-coloured canvas satchel on my back. I'm short and I have very short hair. I'm purifying the space by blowing a white powder across a long, dark, hardwood table inside the greenhouse. This table is covered with small white coral made from salt, which are under glass domes. I throw the excess powder from the bag into the air. Other women have formed up around the table. They now group together on the pathway down to the monument. They are holding the white coral in their hands. Before setting off, I speak to them and smile. And then the film cuts, and I'm now walking down some steps. Then, up some more to the base of the monument. The women follow in turn, laying the coral on the steps and turning to face the audience. Then, I pass them an embroidered banner on which are the words, Mae'r heddychwyr yn dychwelyd. The peacemakers have returned. The women then form up behind the banner. And then move through the audience. We cut to them, rushing forward, holding aloft in their hands white flags, each having on it a black outline of what looks like seaweed. It's not seaweed, and the shape represents coral and our lungs. The women have paused. We're still in the castle grounds where the monument is located, and there are small tents around us, embroidered with anti-war slogans. I walk through the group, and at the base of the monument, I open a heavy white bag. It is filled with salt. I walk, pouring the salt as I go. The salt symbolises durability and perseverance, the persistence of protest, and this purification part of the ritual counters the war that the monument marks. I'm creating a large circle of peace around it. I'm halfway now, where the angel faces the sea, and I pick up another bag. One would be too heavy and the salt would not pour properly. When the circle is complete, I hold the bag to my chest, beam a smile, and the women come down the steps with their flags and begin to follow this newly formed circle. They are seen coming around from the sea-facing part of the monument.
Rydym ni, Merched Cymru, yn falch o gofio fod na gysylltiad hanesyddol agos rhwng ein gwlad fach ni a gwlad helaeth Unol Daleithiau'r America yn y cais am heddwch fyd-eang.
We, women of Wales, are proud to recall that there is between our little principality and the great country of the United States of America a close historical tie in the quest for world peace.
Nid ydym yn cael ein hysgogi gan unrhyw gymhellion gwleidyddol.
We are not actuated by any political motives.
Rydym yn syml yn siarad fel merched Cymru.
We speak simply as the women of Wales.
Merched cenedl nad yw erioed wedi teimlo unrhyw atgasedd tuag at unrhyw wlad neu phobl ac sy'n dymuno gweld brawd.
We're leaving the castle grounds. We're now on the prom. A long line of us now passing the pier. There's a shop sign with fish and chips on it in the background. It's now dusk, and the lights around our frames pop through the failing light very well. We've reached a point by the seafront rails where there is a structure in which we set up our frames.
Would be hastened, were it possible for America to take her place in the Council of the League of Nations.
A daw heddwch parhaol yn gynt pe byddai'n bosibl I America gymryd ei lle yng nghyngor cynghrair y cenhedloedd. Rydym.
3 women come forward, 2 of them behind microphones. That's Sue Jones-Davies and me. And between us, Frances Wharton, who interprets our text using British Sign Language. This is the text I told you about earlier. It is a declaration, 5 years after the First World War, an appeal to the United States to join the United Nations. And this appeal was organised from Aberystwyth. We represent Annie Hughes-Griffiths, Mary Ellis and Eluned Pris.
Yr un mor real y gymai'r cyfrifoldeb yn ddifrifol. We would therefore appeal to you. Rydym ni felly yn apelio atoch chi, merched Unol Daleithiau'r America.
Women of the United States of America.
Gyda malais tuag at neb.
With malice towards none.
Gyda chamwyn osgarwch I bawb.
With charity for all.
I drosglwyddo i'r cenedlaethau a ddaw ar ein hôl. Etifeddiaeth anrydeddus byd heb ryfel.
Now the audience sings the hymn tune, Aberystwyth. The 3 of us stand dressed in the fashion of the early 1920s, in fur coats, hats and jackets. We walk through a frame towards the sea, making a picture of the 3 who made the journey to America in 1923 with the appeal petition. And now we're finished, grinning and springing back to the audience from the shore. These are the credits. It's a film by Kieran Shand. The artistic director is Mark Rees. This section was led by Eddie Ladd. There is additional photography by Lowry Page. The sound recordist is Niall Murphy. And the declaration was performed by Eddie Ladd, Sue Jones-Davies and Frances Wharton. Then there's a substantial list of the women who took part, and finally the organisations that supported the project. Pob hwyl!